Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, have you seen this house in St. Mark's Road between Haji Service Station and Nahar Heritage Road?
Yes.
If murder could speak from the grave, the decaying walls of this house have a ghastly story to tell. This house was home to two elderly sisters, Dulcie and Veera, the daughters of the famous lawyer F.J. Vass. Being a prime property, this house had attracted many evil eyes. In the year 2001, on a 6th September night, death came beckoning Dulcie, the 80-year-old lady, in a form of a murderer. Her younger sister Veera fled for her life. For years thereafter, people around have seen the dead sister Dulcie keeping a vigil of this house during the dead of the night. Even today, nobody has taken claim for this house. Result, this fallacious bungalow rots in its posh address. That is the story of an abandoned house, which is called as a ghost house. But what is a ghost town? Ghost towns are also abandoned towns, but for a different reason. A ghost town is an abandoned town, village or a place. It is abandoned by people when the reason for that town being there doesn't exist. The economic activity ceases to exist because of different reasons. Maybe people would have fled because of a natural disaster or uncontrolled lawlessness or a government action. The opposite of that is a boom town. Boom town is a place where people move in because of a building and economic activity. Mainly maybe because of a building of an airport or a huge construction project happening. For example, Devanahalli is a boom town. Rajankunde is a boom town. Pioneering research in ghost town is done by Dr. Lindsay Baker of Tarleton State University near Texas. In his book called Ghost Towns Around Texas and Beyond, he had written the guidelines to identify a ghost town or to define a ghost town. For being defined as a ghost town, the reason for that town to exist would have been over. That reason should no longer be there. The second condition is the remnants of that town should be there for a visitor who is coming in to see. And these conditions, what is written in that book, have been adapted by UNESCO as a guideline for identifying ghost towns. Why ghost towns are found? One reason is economic activity. Kolar gold fields. In the middle of last century, it was bustling with activity. More and more discovery of gold wanted workers from all around South India. They came and settled near the ridges. As the community grew, that community slowly grew and merged to form the outer part of the Kolar KGF town. The core of that town was formed by British engineers, geologists and scientists. And that place was full of clubhouses with dance halls, Malaysia's bungalows with servant quarters, churches and chapels. From the latter part of 20th century, the natural resources started depleting. Now, only remnants of this town exist there. The second reason is epidemics. In olden days, because of epidemics like plague, people used to leave a town together as a block and leave to go to some other town. A record says somewhere in the middle middle of 1850, in the year 1850, there was a plague in Bangalore, in old Bangalore, near Chandraspet. People have moved in block to the northern part of the city. Later it has become Boomtown and Chandraspet has picked up, but that's a different story. But this phenomena had happened in Bangalore. Then disasters, maybe senior people here may remember, one example I could quote is Dhanushkodi. In the year 1964, December 22, train number 653 from Pampan to Dhanushkodi was few yards away from the Dhanushkodi station. At that time, a massive tidal wave hit, washed away the entire train with 110 passengers and 5 crew members. The fury of the nature didn't end there. It washed away the entire town, killing 1,800 people. Later, the government of Tamil Nadu had declared Dhanushkodi as a ghost town and unfit for living. Only a few fisher folks live there today. Even this phenomena can happen because of man-made disasters also. Chernobyl in USSR, Fukushima Daiichi in Japan, they are the example of ghost towns being formed because of man-made disasters. Then war and massacre. There are numerous examples in Eastern Europe, in the Middle East, where ghost towns are formed because of war and massacres, or fear of massacres. Shifting of politics. One example I could quote now is Fatehpur Sikri. The imperial complex of Fatehpur Sikri was innovated by Akbar. Because of paucity of water and the proximity to Rajputana area, he was forced to shift his capital to Lahore. From there further, he was forced to shift his capital to Agra. Further, in the 19th century, the increasing turbulence in the area and the fall of Mughal Empire caused the collapse of Fatehpur Sikri. Today, that 2 by 1 mile imperial complex remains as a ghost town. Dear friends, as the human race evolves, we move in pursuit of more opportunities. Ghost towns will become boom towns, and boom towns will become ghost towns. Let us not get bogged down by the change. Let us move forward with the change and learn, change with the change for a better